Sup guys, it's Middy here, and the first thing I'm gonna say before the actual commentary starts is I apologise for any random traffic noise because my friend's window is broken.
Why are you at your friends?
Huh?
Why are you at your friends?
To do commentary. Because my headset broke when I put it on. I've got the same one as you just put it like 2 weeks ago, Turtle Beach PX21. I put it on, the right earpiece just comes out of the socket. Overall, price versus value, it's quite a good headset, but I've had mine refunded like 4 times because it's just so badly made. But anyway, as you'll have seen by now, this is Assassin's Creed Revelations gameplay. How did you get this game so early exactly?
Well, because I was getting the Animus edition, you have to order it from the Ubisoft's own store. So pretty much they send it to me at the same time they're sending it to all of the actual shops. So it has to be a little bit before release. So I got this on Friday, and it's released on Tuesday. So that's pretty good. So if it's the same price, I mean that's the Tuesday after. If it's the same price, that's something to keep in mind when pre-ordering games.
Yeah. Wait, did you have to pay much more from getting it straight from Ubisoft? But
well,
like you could only get the Animus, right?
Yeah, that was the only way to get that edition.
Well, seeing as you've played it more than me, I actually played it. It was just you playing it for like 4 hours and me doing the recording. But yeah. What would you say are like the main differences between Revelations and Brotherhood or Assassin's Creed 2 or Assassin's Creed 1?
The main difference is Ezio now has a sweet ass beard. So
because he's 174 years old.
You can really like appreciate the experience, and his costume's changed. It's a lot less flamboyant, looks more serious. But in terms of gameplay, HUD's changed a little bit as it does, which just keeps things more fun. Yeah, the hood. Right. And there's a lot more different types of enemies. There's different factions of enemies, so you can get them to fight each other while you sneak away.
It's very good.
Bomb crafting, so it's not just smoke bombs now, there's a whole different load of them. Excuse me.
Caltrops, smoke grenades,
like fake blood,
shrapnel,
all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Also, you conveniently break your hidden blade, well one of them, pretty early on, and get it replaced with the Constantinople hook blade, which is basically a hidden blade with a little hook on the end, which I imagine hurts like a bitch when you stab it in someone.
Do you get your dagger back at any point, the hidden dagger?
No, you don't need it, because you've got this new one. But that gives you extra reach when you jump in to make up for its flimsy old bones.
Which is
and also a few cool new fighting moves and zip wires. Other than that, pretty much everything's in it. Crossbow's back in it, but you have to save up for that.
Yeah,
I still haven't got it yet.
It's the same engine, but as far as I can tell, within like a few hours of playing or watching, there is enough new content to make it good. But I mean, Brotherhood didn't have such a good story, but I'm hoping Revelations is going to be pretty awesome. So
I haven't really got started on the story, but
gonna get it for my birthday as well as Modern Warfare 3. But anyway, that's just like a little introduction to sort of explain what's going on in the gameplay, perhaps.
Yeah, this is another new feature that should be on screen around now. It's instead of just Borgia towers that you take down once and that's it, there's Assassin's Dens which become Templar Dens if they take them over, and it'll become a contested den. You come here and you do the fight that you're doing now, and if you succeed it stays as an Assassin's Den. If they succeed, you've lost it.
Yeah, it's like what's it called, tower defense a little?
Yeah, so well you'll be able to see.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice new addition, like a minigame. I don't know, minigames quite help make games better.
It's a change of pace.
Like I mean, Rage had loads of minigames, and that's probably like most fun thing about it, because the story.
Except for that knife thing, which is just
5-finger filler.
Yeah, but that's off topic.
But anyway, so the question of this video is gonna be, well, the one that I will ask is, if you could be Ezio from birth until death, would you do it?
Well,
what would your instinct gut reaction be to that?
If it was like I'd have to be him instead of me, I can see a few reasons why I would, because he lives a long life and it's action packed for most of it.
What if I phrase it like this? At any point in your life now, from this point onwards, you could like go from Ezio's birth to his death, and like fast forward any bad parts that you wanted. Would you do it?
Yeah, definitely, because you could learn a lot from a whole extra life. You'd come out quite experienced, and well, he does a lot, and he fights for what he believes in, and he doesn't like.
Wait.
He's not afraid to do what he thinks is right to achieve something.
What I liked in the second was he was fighting for a revenge for his family.
Yeah, at
sort of
first,
thing.
and then he kind of.
But then it was just fighting the Templars because he had to. I didn't like it so much, but I guess they just make it a bit more franchisey that way. But
Well, at first he's sort of revenge, then it's like it's like peer pressure sort of from the other assassins.
yeah,
But I think eventually, especially by Brotherhood, he's the leader by then.
Badass.
You know, he's like embraced it. Oh, also this one has, from what I've seen so far, Desmond's starting to grow a personality, because before it's pretty much just been like, oh, what's the new features of the Animus, and just no character, just there for the sake of it. But you get some of his backstory, how he became an assassin and that.
Alright, that's nice.
And he has more facial expressions and stuff, so you know, if you were thinking, oh, it's not going anywhere, I think it's starting to pick up the pace of the story again.
Sort of to make up for Brotherhood then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to picking it up and playing it with my new headset, which will hopefully be a little bit more sturdier.
Oh, that reminds me of another feature. If you played the multiplayer, you know there's like whispers when someone who's hunting you comes near. There's some of that in the single player, like Templar assassins, and you'll hear them coming, and it's quite exciting because you don't know where they're going to come, and the music gets really tense.
Yeah.
And the first time, it's just like, oh damn.
They're not too common because in the time we were playing, we didn't see one.
Yeah, I was trying to find one.
I was like getting ready to record as soon as we had the whispering, but it wasn't gonna happen. So
that just kind of makes it even more tense, because you'll probably like just let your guard down because you forgot about it, and then another one jumps out at you. It's quite fun too, because it's like you're usually the only one doing that assassin stuff, and now it's their turn to try and get you.
Yeah, a bit more challenge, but I like the bit more variation in the enemies.
Yeah, that's good. Overall, it's quite a lot of a more difficult game, because Assassin's Creed 1 was difficult, then Assassin's Creed 2 went way too easy, and they've been stepping it up ever since.
I'd say Brotherhood was a lot easier because of the whole L2 to call in your assassins and then chain kills and whatnot. But anyway.
But this one's harder now. Alright, now I've got a question for you. What would you do if you had the Animus now and you could relive any of your ancestors' lives in any time period that they lived in?
Do you actually know how far like genetics stretch back? Do they stretch back like from the very start, or just like a few hundred years?
They do technically, but I'm not sure how strong the Animus is supposed to actually be.
Because it'd be quite interesting to go back to like the beginning of the very first life and see what it was. Like human life, not like dinosaur life.
I suppose it could only take you back as far as you were still something. Like if you get two animals and their genetics are too different, they can't reproduce.
Alright, yeah.
So I guess the Animus could only take you far as something that it would feel right to be living.
I guess it depends how well it was made.
It couldn't make you a slime or something from dinosaur time.
It'd probably like kill you if you tried that, but probably rage quit. But I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff you don't know about your family, that like especially in dead people.
Yeah, I pretty much know up to my grandparents.
No,
Go
thank
away.
you.
We're recording. Cut this bit out.
No.
No.
No. So anyway.
That's my charming brother.
Anyway, going back to the point. Yeah, especially, well, I'm not sure how to phrase it perfectly, but it's like, say if you have your grandparents, you'll know about them. They'll know about their parents, but not like, say, 3 generations behind that. And it could be some pretty interesting, like, say, global exploration or scientific stuff, or, you know. I mean, it might just be rather boring, but there'd be something to learn from, at least.
Yep. Although you can't go in too long, it'll go crazy like Subject 16 and Desmond did.
Might do. Don't know if it's crazy.
You know Subject 16's crazy, right? It's in your wall and blood in the first one.
Huh?
He redecorates your room in his blood.
Really?
Is what Desmond says. You played the first one.
I don't actually remember.
I'm not sure if it's on every edition, but on mine and I think on the collector's edition you get Assassin's Creed 1 on the same disc. So if you haven't played that and you wanted to get it, just get Revelations and you'll have it too. Should say on the box.
Supposedly it's a good game, but I just didn't like it because after playing Brotherhood, then going back to that.
Yeah, the story's good quality, but it starts good and then. Well, it was still new at the time, so it was fun. But if you've played the if you played the evolved versions, it seems a bit empty.
But it's the same with Uncharted 2. I didn't want to go back to Uncharted 1, even though it looked fairly good, just because it might ruin it. But Uncharted 3's out, is it, or is it coming out?
Yeah, it was out ages ago. October.
I need to add that to my Christmas list then. But if you want to answer either of the questions, if you could be Ezio from Life Till Death, would you do it? And if you could use the animals to relive your ancestors' lives, would you do it?
Yeah, but give us an interesting answer, like write a 500-word essay.
Yeah, we'll read it as well. So anyway, audio is cutting out now. We've got the actual official
trailer opening.
So anyway, peace.
Enjoy that. Peace.